Translation of the great sages, I am Brigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Please kindly responsibly repeat. Of the great sages, I am Brigu. Of vibrations, I am the transcendental Om. Of sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy names, Japa. And of immovable things, I am the Himalayas. Purport. Brahma, the first living creature within the universe, created several sons for the propagation of various kinds of species. Among these sons, Brigu is the most powerful sage of all the transcendental vibrations. Omkar represents Krishna. Of all sacrifices, the chanting of the Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, is the purest representation of Krishna. Sometimes animal sacrifices are recommended, but in the sacrifice of Hare Krishna, there is no question of violence. It is the simplest and the purest. Whatever is sublime in the world is a representation of Krishna. Therefore, the Himalayas, the greatest mountains in the world, also represent him. The mountain named Meru was mentioned in a previous verse, but Meru is sometimes movable, whereas the Himalayas are never movable. Thus, the Himalayas are greater than Meru. Om Gyana Timirandasya, Gyana Jana Salakaya, Sakso the Militam, Yena Tasmai, Si Gurave Namaha. Chaitanya Mano Bistam, Stafe Tam Yena Bhutali. Swayam Rupam Kadamayam, Dadati Swa Padantikam. Vanchakal Patari Byaja, Kripasunam Byaya Byaja, Patitanam Pavanam Byo, Vaishnavi Byo Namo Namaha. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda Sahodata, Godadaya Puspavanto, Chita Chando, Tamon. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pristaya Bhutale, Semate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Itinamini. Namaste, Starasati Deve, Gauravani, Picharine, Nervasesa, Sunyavadi, Pachatya, Disatari. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Ninchananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhara, Sivasadi, Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama. So, welcome everyone to the Sunday Feast, and especially this segment of the Sunday Feast, which is a little bit of some austerity is involved because people have to sit down for about 45 minutes listening to discussions. I say it's an austerity because in Kali Yoga, our attention span is very low. This is one of the reasons that different type of our systems have been put in place so that we are able to cope with our low attention span. So people can't sit down for a long time. People become jittery. They become disturbed. In Kali Yoga, we are not so much attentive. We can't concentrate for long. So even 30 minutes sitting down and listening to someone talk, it's a problem. Therefore, most of the talks presentations in the 21st century are like interactive, or they use some audio visuals, because the audio visuals, they are registered more rigidly or, fast on the mental plane or even in the consciousness. People, you see something, it's difficult to get out from your consciousness. But sitting down, one can just hear something and forget it almost immediately. Then the attention is also not very favorable. So anyway, Prabhupada says the utility principle. We have these human bodies, so no matter the adverse conditions that we face presently, because of the adverse conditions of the Kali Yuga, we still have to take advantage of our human bodies to discuss and participate in discussions concerning Vedic philosophy or Vaishnava philosophy, teachings about devotional service. So here, main reason why I chose this text is because it has to do with the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. Everything that we are doing in this world, your president was mentioning, I came for the conference here, leadership and talent management conference. But these are technical things that we try to see how we can infiltrate, like an espionage system of preaching. Because in general, these professors, if you go to meet them on the street, or you go to meet them in their car parks, or if you go to the colleges and universities to try to see them, and when it is something that has to do with religion, they will always find ways to dodge it. But for those of us who have their skills, we mingle with them, and we say something that ordinarily speaking they will not listen to, but because you're hearing from a colleague, and that colleague perhaps has more profundity in the discipline than themselves, then they like to listen. So our main job, our main duty is to distribute the holy names. Lord Chaitanya inaugurated the Sankirtan movement, and the whole purpose is to distribute Krishna's holy names. So whatever we're going to do, no matter what the technicality involved in what we have to do, what caliber of people we have to meet, the bottom line ultimately is to enable people to come close to Krishna so that in the long run they can chant the Hare Krishna mantra. Because that is the prescribed Yuga Dharma. That is the prescribed religion for this age of Kali. Nothing else. If people choose to go to the forest to perform some austerities, good for them. But this is the difficulty in not having a guide, a spiritual guide. Because if we choose to say, I want to become a medical doctor, and I say, well, I just stay at home and read, and I become a medical doctor. No, it doesn't work like that. You have to go to medical school. If you finish your medical studies, you have to go and specialize. You're called a doctor, but you cannot practice. You just have a name that you are a doctor. Except you go and specialize. You have to go and serve under a specialist doctor who will practically guide you on everything that you need to do, whether it is surgery or whatever. So that is even the most demanding aspect of medical studies. So similarly, no matter what we are, if we want to become devotees of Lord Krishna, we need to understand that even the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, it seems it's very simple. But you know what? Simple, an exam, a test or examination that seems simple, people fail a lot. You enter the exam hall, the professor gives you your papers, your exam questions, and you see that the questions, they're very simple. And the tendency is to rush over. And then, a short while, you finish your paper, you pass your paper. You go out of the exam hall. And then you're reflecting on the things you wrote on your answer sheet. And then you realize, oh, I made a mistake here. It's too simple. You rushed. And then later you realize, oh, I made a mistake there. It could be very painful when an exam is simple, questions are simple, and you make mistakes, silly mistakes. So our process also is apparently simple. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Chant Hare Krishna and be happy. So we are supposed to be happy. We are chanters of the Hare Krishna mantra. We are supposed to be happy. Are we happy? Yes, we are supposed to be happy. And if we are not happy, it means that we rush the exam. We rush the test. And therefore, this rushing, see, the Kali Yuga is designed for everything to be in a rush. That's why we have all these, what's the name of this thing, this fast cooking stuff that they put even in the temple? Yeah, that's why we have all these microwaves. The Kali Yuga is designed for everything to be in a rush, half cooked. And even sometimes the main ingredients of the food are taken away because the heat is too much. So, bottom line, the Hare Krishna mantra is very simple. Some people have chanted it, they become Paramahamsas. Some people chanted this Hare Krishna mantra. Prabhupada came to America, 1965, 1966. He registered his society. And people have been chanting since, in the West, people have been chanting this Hare Krishna mantra since 1966. And we have temples practically all over the world. But the test is simple. The exam, the questions in this exam, they're very simple. So we rush. And when we have this type of situation, we rush our whole devotional service. We do our devotional service in a microwave approach. The chanting in a microwave approach. Then we don't get, it is difficult to get the expected results. Because the chanting is supposed to be done with love and devotion. It's not even to be done like a duty. If you're in the office, working in an office, you're working to earn a salary. You're not doing it because you love the job. In most cases, people do their works not because they love the job. If they have an opportunity to be at home and be paid without going to work, they will choose that. So, the chanting of the holy names of the Lord is part of the ways to be able to reestablish our original relationship with the Lord. We do have a relationship with God. We do have a relationship with Krishna. And in Kali Yuga, the process of revamping that relationship is this Mahamantra that is written here. So in this text, Lord Krishna said, of sacrifices, he is japa. Japa is chanting for your own benefit. Just for you to hear the 32 syllables. The Mahamantra has 32 syllables, and japa implies we chant this Mahamantra for our personal benefit. It's like you have to eat. If you have to go to work, you need to take breakfast. If you fast every day going to work, you may end up being fired because you'll be sluggish at work. At some point in time, you'll be sluggish. Energies will be drained. So, just like we eat every day before we go to work to be able to become very effective and efficient in our jobs, we chant also every day to be able to prepare for the worst scenario. We don't pray for the worst scenario, but this is Kali Yuga, and this is Mrityu Loka, the planet of death. So anything could happen to anyone. I have seen cases where someone did not plan to leave their body, and he has a beautiful house by the road. And they're having a meal with the whole family, and the truck crashes into the house, breaks part of the house down, erodes into the sitting room where they were eating, and kills the whole family. So we don't wish for any bad thing. But then the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra is a preparation for any scenario, whether it's dramatic, whether it's favorable or unfavorable. And so sometimes also people find it difficult to incorporate this simple process of sadhana. The chanting is very simple. You don't need to have a degree to be able to chant. If you have a degree, it's okay. But you don't need big education to be able to chant. I'm not saying that you shouldn't go to school. But the point is that it is a free food for all. We don't need any special qualification to chant the holy names of the Lord. The fact that we are human beings, that is the basic criterion. We have vocal cavities. We have our mouths. We have our tongue. That is enough. And so we cannot complain that we don't have the facilities. We don't need money to go and buy 100 horses for Ashwamedha sacrifice. Most people, how much does one horse cost here? In America, some of the horses, they cost more than a Mercedes. $100 horses. That means that type of religiosity is meant for the rich, the billionaires, the millionaires. If you're struggling even to get 3 square meals, how are you going to get the money to buy 100 horses for Ashwamedha sacrifice? And now, that is not required in Kali Yuga. Lord Chaitanya came, inaugurated this Sankirtan movement, coming together to chant the holy names of the Lord. And sometimes we don't seem to understand that this whole process inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is science-based. I repeat. This Krishna consciousness, this Sankirtan movement, inaugurated by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is science-based. You see, you can speak religiosity or ideologies of religion without backing it up with any data. It's belief system. But this coming together to chant the holy names of the Lord, Lord Chaitanya wanted us to come together to chant the holy names of the Lord to create that reinforcement for each other. And when 2 or more people come together to do a particular job, a particular thing, the results are always greater than individuals doing that same thing and bringing the results together. That is the scientific basis of the Sankirtan movement, of the Harinam movement. It's called synergy. You could go to Google Scholar and Google synergy, Synergy. Synergy is a management scientific model for boosting performance and productivity. This is a principle that the chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, the congregational chanting, was founded on. Lord Chaitanya is the best of scientists. So what do you expect from him? He's not just going to come and speak some dogma and he goes away. So this movement, Golokera Premadan Hari Nam Sankirtan, this is not only an import from the spiritual world, but is also founded on science, on scientific model called synergy. So let's be clear. We're not just beating around the bush. Otherwise, just beating around the bush, how are you expecting someone who has suffered so many years? And we have quite a number of people like that in our movement who are giving their life. I was in the Balkans last month, in June, before going back to the U.S. for some programs in Gitanagri, then before coming back to Germany. I was in the Balkans, and in Ljubljana, in Slovenia, the temple president is a brahmachari. He has a PhD in mechanical engineering. You think he's stupid? I'm asking you. You think he's stupid to be a brahmachari? There is a great conviction. Otherwise, he wouldn't live that big career. Now, keep in mind that caliber of person, we have only 1% of the 8.6 billion people on the planet who are PhDs. And that boy, the president of Ljubljana Temple in Slovenia, I'm not talking about, Puranic story right here in Europe, right here in the Balkans. Someone who had attained the highest status in education. He moved to the temple to be a brahmachari. And that is what he's been sustaining for years. Do you think that boy is stupid? So if he's not stupid, then we should be serious about this process. How many people here chant this Hare Krishna mantra every day? Every day. Thank you. Now, if we don't understand the different ages, let's be clear. Kali Yuga, before Kali Yuga, there was the Dwapara Yuga. Dwapara Yuga, Lord Krishna appeared during that time. And in Dwapara Yuga, the process for realizing the absolute, the religious process was temple worship, deity worship. They spend so much money to decorate the deities with golden ornaments. We don't have money even to take care of our children very nicely, not to speak of gold. So that is not required in Kali Yuga. In Treta Yuga, it's a different process of religious practice. Because at that time, people were living for a very long time. And people had money. There was all of these sacrifices, Aswamedha, Jagya, and all this type of stuff. Where the kings perform these sacrifices. But in this age, we don't have the resources. So sometimes people say, well, I'm following Vedic principle. And women should not work. Because in the Vedic culture, women don't work. Which is good. Let's look at the ages during the periods. At that, in Treta Yuga, they had so much money. They embark on sacrifices, 100 horse sacrifices. It cost you so much money. So there was so much money. Only the man just raises the money. And in Satya Yuga, the religious principle was meditation. Because people live for a long time, so they meditate for thousands of years. Subhadra Muni was in the bed of the sea meditating for over 60,000 years. People go to the forest to meditate for thousands of years. How many years do we live on this planet now? Most cases, if you live for 100 years, then it's like it goes to the news. So we don't have the time. So Lord Chaitanya says, just chant this Mahamantra. This is the prescribed religion for the age of Kali. That's my point. So if you are doing the other stuffs, the other pujas, good for you. But that will not lead us to the supreme destination. All the other pujas that we do without the chanting of the holy names will not lead us to the supreme destination. So our encouragement this afternoon is that people should at least, if even you don't know the value, experiment. Yesterday at the park, I was mentioning about some of the scientific, science-based, positive side effects of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And they are all documented in scientific literature. So again, like I mentioned, this process is a scientific process. Like we have every therapy has some side effects. If even you're just taking ordinary painkiller, it has side effects. If you keep taking codeine for 6 months, you go check your liver after 6 months. You could be in a problem. So the point is, even ordinary painkillers, they have side effects. Because they are designed to relieve one from a particular problem. Anything that is designed to relieve us from a particular problem, they have side effects. So this Maha Mantra, this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, it also has side effects because it is an intervention. It is a scientific intervention. It's a spiritual scientific intervention. Therefore, it has side effects. But you know what? The side effects are very good. It's not like chemotherapy where you start losing some of your hairs and all this stuff. So we encourage all of us to try this process. We're begging you to try this process. Because there are so many people who are performing this, who are engaged in this process of chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And they're very intelligent people in society. I just gave you the example of the president of Ljubljana here in Slovenia. Any comments or questions? Prabhupada gives very short classes, 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 30 minutes. You hardly see Prabhupada give 2-hour classes or 1 hour or no. You check all his talks on his classes on YouTube. Yes, any comments or questions? We have about 2.5 minutes more. Yes, please. Yeah. Synergy. Synergy is a model in management science which the postulation is basically that when people come together to do something, it is easier, it is quicker, the results are greater than individuals having to do that same thing and bringing the results of those individuals together. And Lord Chaitanya founded this movement based on that principle. That's why I said Krishna consciousness is a science. Prabhupada also sometimes he will say this Krishna consciousness is a science. So better we should try it. Science means there is an activity, there is an observation, results, and conclusions. So try the chanting. All right. Yes, you want to ask a question? Thank you. Why we do what we do? We do what we do because we are designed to do that. And if we don't do it, in some cases, we'll never be happy. Yeah, I remember when my Guru Maharaj, Bhakti Vasudeva Swami, instructed me to go and preach to professors. I would have preferred to be a regular Swami. Not all of this high-tech involvement in research and traveling and going during conference periods. I can't sleep because it involves a lot of work. But then the spiritual master gives you an instruction. The instruction is also encapsulated with empowerment. So he told me, it was like a curse. He told me, I know what I asked you to do is difficult, but this is what I want you to do. And if you don't do it, you will not be happy. So the jobs we do are also like that. We have, some type of alignment with a particular system, alignment with a particular a job. And so we like to do the job. In some cases, you see people even go for volunteer services. They're not paid. they love to do it. Of course, these days volunteer is being done in some cases because it goes into a resume and it's a requirement in some of the job descriptions. Yeah. But the point is that we do what we do to fulfill our nature. It's very difficult for us not to act according to our nature. Krishna mentioned that also in the Gita. Yeah. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai. Yes. Okay, we have to practice this stuff. This what I was just mentioning here about chanting. So those of you who have not started chanting, this is what you do. We have these beads. We have this rosary. This is what you use. Is sharing them, and this is what is going to really make us civilized human beings. Without the chanting, it's very difficult to be a civilized human being. I'm serious. It's very difficult because we see so many people, they get into trouble. It's not that they plan for the trouble. No. It's just that they are not human enough to resist the temptations. So, this is how we hold this. The two fingers, the thumb, and there's the middle finger. You hold the first beads after the knob. And you just hold this, and you recite this mantra fully. A full mantra is there. Did you give everyone the beads? Or is not enough? Okay. Well, did you put the mantra here? Yeah, put the mantra on the screen so that those who are far off, who are not able to have access to that place, can see it too. The chanting is very good. Listen, I have been doing this for 40 years, no break, no holidays. I have been doing it for 40 years, except you think I'm stupid. But I'm not stupid. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Then you go to the next one.
So we will do it dynamically, like we normally chant like 7 minutes round.
Okay.
So we'll put microphone in front of you. We will chant, and we will chant together.
We chant together, right?
Yes. Hare Krishna. So we will start chanting. We will chant dynamically, like we usually do at home. So we will chant together with Maharaj. Everyone got beats?
So let's begin. We talk one thing and then we put it into practice now. And when you do this, your life will never be the same, I swear. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Rama, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,